I've had many conversations on the walks like this, and so have you, where you say something, a very hard truth, that ends up causing a huge life decision in someone. It ended up for this girl. I mean, I don't stay in close contact with her. These are people that I see whenever their intuition tells them to come on the walk. But in the case of this girl, our conversation could have made the difference between her starting that walk, giving him a second chance, and ending that walk saying, actually, no, thank you. And what I ended up telling her at the end, before I could tell she was getting overwhelmed with emotion and didn't want to continue too much longer, but I just told her, she was like, if you were me, what would you do? And I said, the highest perspective of me in this situation would say, if he's coming to me and saying, I'll never do this again, I'll never leave you the way that I left you, and I sat with myself long enough to know that I needed to take him back, it would be completely dependent on him proving to me through his actions, not his words, that he is a changed man. Because people can change. We are a different person right now than we were a month ago, by a long shot. But that doesn't apply to everybody. That applies to people who want to grow and prioritize growth. Not everyone does. And we assume that we project ourselves on other people. We project, I like to grow. I like to constantly see what I haven't looked at, and I like to uncover all the rocks. Not everybody wants to do that. There are a lot of people who will go their entire lifetime never looking at this stuff, and that is okay. But we have to be honest about when we're projecting our own selves on other people. What I told her was, I would ignore every word he's saying and focus on his actions. He can tell you the prettiest words about how he's going to change and all things he's going to do. I would just smile and watch. And the second thing I would do is not get back with him romantically. I would tell him, look, what you did really broke my trust, and I need you to prove through your actions that you are a changed and changing man. And the only way I feel comfortable with that right now is if we are friends. And if and when there comes a day when I develop that trust for you again, maybe we can start dating again. But it is not a guarantee, because if you set up a situation where a man who's coming back to you out of comfort just gets to slide right back in to his old familiar ways in life, no man is going to change in that environment. You open the same door he walked out of. He's not changing in an old environment. And so you have to change the environment. You have to. And that's on the woman. It is really on the woman, like you said, to hold men to a higher standard. And okay, you want to prove to me that you're a changed and changing man? Fantastic. I'm going to be over here living my life. We can hang out as friends. And 6 months from now, if I really do feel like, with no stakes, no romance, no sex, this is huge, I trust you again, great. Then we'll consider it. Or maybe you'll find someone even better in that period that you would not have even had the eyes to see if you just get back with this dude who says he's going to change. So I know I told that story saying, I want to hear your perspective on it, and then I just gave my perspective. Pretty classic me. But now I want to hear what you think about that, because it really did. What a story.
I think it's a fantastic story. And I think so many women and men, but women in particular, are going to resonate with this. Someone's like, I'm going to change. See, I've changed, whatever. But the words fall flat. There's nothing to back them up.
Exactly.
One thing you did touch on, I think, is incredibly important. And one thing I really agree with is there needs to be this kind of test period. Like, if you really believe, okay, I do see a future with this man or this woman, to revisit it as friends. Because all you're doing is like, hey, here's the space to change.
Yeah, just no sex.
And this is
or
a big
cuddles.
thing too. No physical, sexual interactions.
Yeah, no intimacy like that.
Whether we know it or not, sex in particular ties biologically us back together. And so it's a lot easier, and we see this all the time, it's a lot easier to excuse inaction or excuse abuse when the sex is good.
Sex is the glue that keeps a lot of broken relationships together.
Most. So if that biologically changing or chemically changing in the mind action is taken out of the picture, we'll be able to think and feel into what's right a lot more clearly. So I think exactly what you said is exactly what I would say to her. Now, again, I fully believe someone can change. If you were never in my life and my ex-girlfriend saw the person I am today as opposed to the person she dated, I think she'd be a lot more likely, objectively, to be open to us getting back together. I don't want that. And even if you were not in the picture, I would not want that. But I'm saying I've changed. I feel like a different person at every level. Yeah. And so I'm not opposed to the fact that like the man or the woman can change. That's definitely possible. We all do. But everyone says they can change or will change. Very few people actually do change. Back to the whole New Year's resolution working out. Yeah. And so we need to see the action behind it. And if there is no action, put your fingers in your ears. You got to mute them, mute everyone around you, because the words are just going to fall flat and you're just going to get hurt again. And the thing is, like, hurt me once, shame on you. Hurt me twice, shame on me. Mm-hmm. The reason for that is because you should have known better. And we allowed this to happen again. And that same pain is going to be even harder to go through when you allow that abuse to continue. So I think the conversation you had with her was life-changing, 100%. And I think she heard exactly what she needed to hear. And now I hope that she is being an immense observer to his behavior. And if nothing has changed, she needs to cut her loss.
Thank you so much for watching that clip. I hope you enjoyed it and felt a little love or joy sprinkled into your day. If you want to watch another one, you can go here, or somewhere all around here. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Love you.